Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jupiter James and this is Astro Motivation, where I awaken the astrologer within you and aim to give you a little inspiration and motivation per your unique placement within your birth chart. You know, I really do feel that before a time of iPhones and iPads and I this and I that, we were a culture and a society that were better able to look up at the stars and understand exactly where our dreams were and how to get them. And so if that sounds good to you, let's go ahead and get into it. Today I wanted to bring you guys a special little PSA / talk / remedy of the phenomena of love as it relates to the 12th house and Pisces placements. You know, there is a lot of misconstruction and misleading guidance and nebulousness around the 12th house and Pisces as far as it relates to love and how to attain love and how to ground physical, real, romantic union within partnership, because a lot of information is out there that claims that 12th house and Pisces leads to a lost lover or not having a love, or it'd be very hard to find love. And so within this video, I'm going to really break it down, how to find love, how to remedy this, how to get over the hump, and to key you into what is happening with this energy, okay? And so let's go ahead and get into it. So this is going to be a video for anyone out there who has Venus, Jupiter, Juno, and sometimes even the Sun in the 12th house or in Pisces placements in the 5th or the 7th, okay? Now, this is gonna be the energy of nebulousness, okay? This is gonna show that this person will prefer to attract relationships that carry an air of secrecy at times, carries an air of spirituality. These will be the people that will be somewhat spiritual themselves. And I don't even want to say somewhat. They will be very spiritual. These people will have their finger on the pulse of what this life is all about, or at the very least, they will have a very active and vast imagination and be someone that is highly creative and highly healing within their aura and within their personality. But this very tone that strikes within them, this very gift that they have, also leads them astray within love. It gives the phenomena of the person who carries these Jupiter and Pisces, Juno, 12th house, 5th house, 7th house placements to look for love in the wrong areas. Okay, I've seen this time and time over again in reality. I've seen it within birth chart readings, and I have seen it just in life, where people who carry these strong Piscean energies and aspects to Venus and the 12th house and Pisces and Jupiter in there and all those things in that 12th house or in Jupiter, or in Pisces, that they look for love in the wrong places. And this is because their dreamy, idealistic tone that they take within their lovers and within their partners takes over. The minute that a person with Jupiter, Juno, Venus in the 12th house finds someone that they like, or someone strikes their fancy, the entire veil is covered over their eyes, over their logic, over what the right person is for them, or what the actual person in front of them is. It shrouds it. It puts a cloak over the person's brain. It like warps everything that is to be grounded, to solidify a relationship. It warps it. It makes the person be susceptible to be okay with secret relationships. It makes the person susceptible to be able to be lied to, because this person will be quite gullible. This person will be quite, they'll take on a very idealistic approach. They'll take on a very healing and empathetic approach. They'll take on a very unconditional love approach. And so there's nothing that this guy, this girl, this object of their affection can tell them that would raise a red flag to a normal person, and I don't want to say a normal person, to a person who doesn't have these placements. What a red flag would be to someone that doesn't have these heavy Piscean placements would be for the person with the Piscean placements. They would automatically go, okay, I can change that. I can fix that. I can save that. I can help that. Oh, perfect. I'll heal that person. I'll bring that person through that hard time. I'll be the savior. I'll sacrifice myself. You see, that's what Piscean themes are. That is what 12th house themes are, is I'll sacrifice myself for love. I will lay down in front of the sword if that means you'll love me, if that means to bond a little deeper with you, okay? And so in order to get over this, in order to get beyond the broken bird syndrome, is that you're gonna have to get beyond the broken bird syndrome. You're gonna have to take off the rose-colored glasses when it comes to love. You're gonna gotta get out of the stars, gotta get out of your head and out of your nebulousness, because I promise you, you will be an energetic vampire's wet dream. You will be a broken bird's safety net, because everyone out in the world would have kicked that person around and say, you gotta go. You're a liar, you're a cheater, you're a scammer. You are not ready for love. You are not someone that is capable of love right now. You got a lot of healing to do. And you'll be the very person that goes, you're perfect for me. I'll be the one to bring you through it. I'll make you see. I'll be the one. And that's because Pisces is so adept within spirituality, right? That it almost makes them gullible within grounded love, because they're too idealistic. They're too illusory, right? And so, please, when I say this, know that I'm saying all of this with love, okay? Because I want you to be able to have grounded, real love in your life. And anything that I'm saying is kind of really to just shake you and to get you to see where you could be going wrong, okay? So know that when I say this, I'm saying it with love, I'm saying it with care, and I am saying it with the effort to kind of show you where you could be going wrong, so that at the end of this video, I promise you I'm going to get to it, where I'm going to show you how to approach love in a better manner, in which that you'll be able to solidify your relationships and go for the correct partners, okay? But I first have to get through this part that I know will be very tough for you to possibly hear, okay? But unfortunately, when it comes to love in your life, if you want to remedy this, okay, you are going to have to approach love in a practical manner. They say that the remedy to any placement that is giving difficulty within our chart is to look at the opposite sign on the other end of your birth chart, right? And if we are looking at the opposite end of the 12th house, if we are looking at the opposite end of Pisces, these are all grounded earth-like signs, which means that in order to heal this phenomena, you must begin to approach your love life in a practical manner. You must begin to breathe, ground yourself, put 10 toes on the ground whenever you go on a date, whenever you are interacting with a crush, whenever you are having that feeling of, oh my God, I think this person likes me. You gotta breathe, you gotta ground yourself, and you gotta say, look, I have to be extra careful in my life, because I know that I can get carried away, that my idealistic Piscean heart, my idealistic Piscean energy that wants to love on this person can get carried away. So I have to ground myself. I have to be realistic in the moment, and I have to go into this scenario with a grounded, practical approach. Meaning that when you are sitting down with someone, actually before you sit down with someone, I want you to do this, and you can do this right now actually. I want you to go grab a piece of paper, grab a pencil, and I want you to write down what you want in love. And I want you to write down their features. I want you to write down what you want their jobs to be, what their ambitions are, you know, what this person's personality is. I want you to write these things down, because it's going to be very important, all right? It really is. It's going to help you. And I want you to keep this list in mind. I want you to keep these traits in mind when you are dating someone. And when you get to that table, when you finally lock down that date, when you finally are gonna, you know, go on that date with that crush, I want you to make sure that this person is fitting those characteristics, okay? So when you ask a person, hey, what do you do? What do you do for work? And this person says, oh, well, you know, I am a spiritual guru, and, you know, on the side, I'm a musician. I love to play songs, and, you know, I kind of have been working on music. And now before you get carried away and say, oh my God, I just met the spiritual guru. He tours around the world, and oh my God, he's going to be a great musician, and oh my God, and I'm going to be right there with him. Before you do that, I want you to say, great, can I see proof? Can you show me on your Instagram? Can you show me an album? Can I look you up on Spotify? Oh, can you show me a book you've wrote? look for concrete proof that this person is who they say they are, okay? And if they can't show you proof, if they're like, oh, actually, you know, that's a big dream of mine, and you know, I am very spiritual, and it is something that I aim to do, and you know, I do have a guitar, but I've never toured, and that's a dream of mine, and that's when you say, thank you for your time, I gotta go. That's what you must do. You must run a tight ship when it comes to love, because you will find that these characters, those people that are willing to lie to you on a first date, really willing to put the illusion towards you and strum that chord of your Piscean energy and put up this fantasy for you, rather than being susceptible to it, rather than feeding into it, rather than saying, oh yeah, you're a musician, and yes, that's a dream of yours, and this person's got potential. No, that's where you go wrong. You understand? That is where you go wrong. You have to be practical. You gotta say, look, you told me a lie, thank you, but no thank you. I am actually looking for someone who is who they say they are, and they don't have to be a musician. They don't have to be touring around the world. They don't have to be a spiritual guru, but you still don't want someone who is willing, again, because this is what you will get. I promise you, you will get this, and I'm sure you can relate. You will get this where people will come to you and they will tell you they are one thing, and as the relationship unfolds, you find out they are a complete other. You see? And this is because you didn't ask for proof. You let the Piscean energy run away with you, and then before you know it, you've got this, you know, you've got this broken bird who has all this potential, who isn't giving you what you want, who is in between transitions, who wants to just stay in the house, who is secretive with you. You see what I'm saying? You gotta stop the energy in its tracks in the first moments. And when you do this, you will find that the universe begins to clap, right? The universe starts to level you up. The universe will start to say, okay, I think my Piscean 12th house, Venus, Jupiter, Juno, in that Piscean placement, I think they're getting it. I think they're upgrading the energy. You understand? And from that moment forward, as you begin to use this energy in a more practical light, the universe will send people who are vibrating at that same level, who are of the mature type of energy and contrast of that vibrational energy within those placements. So you will get someone who is actually spiritual. You will get someone who is living out their dreams. You will get someone who is someone that is quite connected and healing and things of those natures. You understand? So, but you gotta be practical at first, because this is the way you fast track it. You won't waste your time. You know, you'll take a year, 2 years to figure out this one situation with this person who had all this potential. And then before you know it, you've got this phenomenon where you're always single, but really it's because you're wasting your time with those who didn't deserve your time to begin with. Because everyone out there kicked them to the curb for the very reason that you received them. You see, Pisces energy is going to be, in a way, Piscean energy, and I don't want you to be confused, Piscean energy is very powerful and very beautiful. It's a gift. It is a very beautiful, gifted energy of being very connected to spirituality. And I don't want you to think this video is me painting Piscean placements in a bad light, because that's not what it is. If anything, it is the most magical placement. But with great magic comes responsibility to be able to rein that in, to understand what is what, right? Like, it's like Harry Potter going to the wizarding world of Hogwarts or whatever, right? Like, yes, you have all this magic, but you got to learn how to wield it properly. You got to learn to be grounded, because it is when you are grounded that you are almost fast tracked to the person of your dreams. You will get the person of your dreams. When you have Juno and Jupiter and Venus in Pisces or in the 12th house, this does show that you will get a partner who has literally been plucked out of your imagination, who has literally checked all the boxes of everything you roll on that sheet. That's why I say, I hope that you are writing this down on your sheet, because you will get the person of your dreams. They will check all those boxes. But before you get there, you gotta fast track those frogs. You gotta fast track and just get them out of the way. You know, show the universe that you know what's up, you know the red flags. Yes, you have hope. Yes, you believe that there's a divine counterpart out there for you, but you also have to understand that there are people out there, especially like energetic vampires and people who are broken and who need comforting and who need healing, that will kind of get in your way before you get to that person that is actually for you. They'll get in the way because they're sniffing this energy out on you. Believe it or not, you know, the bad counterparts are able to be just as mystical as the good counterparts. You know, they know who to come to for safety, healing, and unconditional love. They know who to go to. They subconsciously will feel that aura around you, that you're highly connected and that you're a giving and empathetic person. They know who to go to. You know, that's why they're in your face. You get what I'm saying? So it's gonna require you to be grounded. I want you to go into these relationships very grounded. Now, the second remedy to this would be to move. You know, I really, the 12th house is connected to travel, and so is Pisces, and a lot of people don't realize that, is that anything in the 12th house or in Pisces will show that unless you move, you will not quite get the abundant side of that energy, okay? So if you stay home, and by home I mean anywhere in your original birthplace. So if you look at your birth chart, and if you are still living in your hometown of the same city that is in your birth chart, you need to move. And I'm not saying move far away. It could be 550 miles away from that original birthplace. You need to move, because you will find that you may get the negative manifestation of that energy should you stay where you are, okay? It will symbolize that your person could be in a different area outside of your birthplace. So travel, I would suggest travel. I suggest long distance travel. I would suggest moving, okay? So those are the two remedies for you, is to be practical, run a tight ship when it comes to your love life. Otherwise, you will always get into this endless perpetual cycle of attracting the people who simply need healing. These people need a therapist. They don't need a lover, okay? All right? Well, think about this, and I think I was talking to a friend about this the other day. When you go to a car dealership, listen to me now. When you go to a car dealership, do you go, oh my God, I love that car, even though it's broken down and it's got the shoddy paint job, it's got a great engine and I'm gonna take a chance on it because it's got potential. So why would you take the same approach to your lovers? Okay? Because that is what you will do. You will say, oh, this person, you know, they're going through a rough time, and oh, you know, they don't have their life together, but they've got a good heart and they've got potential, and so I'm gonna stick beside them. No. And that is where you will go wrong, okay? So I want you to treat your lovers in the same way that you treat your pursuit of a new car, okay? When you go to a car dealership, you say, I want the nicest, the shiniest, the one that will get me from point A to point B, the one that is the most practical, the one that is actually what I'm buying, what I am selling into. That is what the tone you strike, right? It's a grounded approach when you go to a car dealership. You're gonna scan that car. If you sign your name on that dotted line for that car, you wanna make sure that there's no scratches on it. You want the most pristine car, that is the most reliable car, right? But my Piscean energies out there, my Juno and 12ths, my Jupiter and Pisces out there, they'll be like, oh, you see what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying. So let me know if this resonates with you, okay? I really, really do hope this helped you. I hope I didn't ramble on, because I kind of do that a little bit. I feel so comfortable with you guys at times. So just let me know, okay? Be practical or move, and if you can, do both to get the good manifestations of these energies. Again, all love is not lost when you have these placements in Pisces or within the 12th house. It just requires that earlier in life you become a bit more practical, that you get out of the illusory, you put that on the back burner just a bit. You put that on the backboard just a little bit, you know, and you will find that the minute you become practical about love and you run a tight ship, that's when the universe sends you the person for you that is very spiritual, that is musically talented, that is living up to their potential, that is everything that you've ever wanted down to the characteristics. And I've seen it happen, that you'll get someone that is down to the characteristics, as almost as if they have been pulled out of your imagination and been made manifest in front of you, okay? but it's gonna require practicality first, okay? So I love you guys. I really do hope that this helped you, and I will catch you on the next video. Have a blessed day. Bye.